Hello students and hello learners. Welcome to another video. In this video, I will show you how to write your programs on Linux platform using VI or Vim editor. So I'm sure most of you might still be using that Neeli Khidki wala Turbo C editor for writing your program in C or C++ or any other language, right? So going forward, we have to stop writing our programs in that kind of editor and we have to, start writing our programs in VI or Vim editor over Linux platform. So why is that so? Because writing programs in Linux has got industry relevance. इंडस्ट्री में जो भी प्रोग्रामिंग एंड कोडिंग प्रैक्टिसेस फॉलो होती हैं वो इन्हीं एडिटर पर प्रोग्रामिंग की जाती है. सो यू माइट रीजन आउट कि जब इंडस्ट्री में जाएंगे तब कर लेंगे, अभी से करने की क्या जरूरत है. बट लेट मी टेल यू, if you write your programs in Vim editor, right, and you mention that in your CV that you have, एक टूल का सेक्शन बनाएंगे आप अपने CV में और उसमें when you write it that you have used Vim or VI editor for writing programs, you have used GCC for compilation, you have used G++ for compilation, or you have used GDB debugger for debugging your program, then that holds lot of value in your CV. Your CV will stand out, right? So this is very simple thing, right? You don't have to learn anything extra. आप जो program किसी और editor में बनाते हैं, you have to just start writing your programs a, in a different editor, which is Vim editor, right? So it's not difficult. I will tell you how to write programs using this Vim editor, right? So the purpose of this video is to, get you friendly with VI or Vim editor. The the scope of this video is not to, tell anything about any programming language, but for sample purpose, I'll write a program. I'll write a very basic hello world kind of a program in C language. I went to college today for taking a guest lecture, and there were around 100 students, and to my surprise, only two out of these 100 odd students are actually, working on Linux platform, have installed Linux on their PC. So I would heavily recommend that you guys, start working on Linux platform, and whoever has not done that, you can see my last video wherein I have demonstrated how you can install Linux over your Windows-based PC. It's very easy. I think around a 10-minute video, so you can watch that. And after that only, this video would make sense because I'm assuming that you have already installed Linux and now we are using, the previous video's installation to write our program. Okay, so this is our Linux console, and we can just start writing program. But to for better viewability, I have taken, white background. So it's the same thing. We are still in, the Linux machine. So I would just create a new directory. So how can I create a new directory in Linux? But just by writing mkdir and the directory name. So I am creating a directory called sample. So my sample program will be residing in this directory. So mkdir sample. So how can I go to this directory? I would just say cd samples, right? And enter. So I am in this directory. PWD is present working directory. So I am in samples directory. Now I would invoke the Vim editor, okay, by writing Vim and my program name. So I would say testprog.c, right? So this opens my Vim editor. Now there are two modes in this editor. One is the insert mode and other is the escape mode. In escape mode, we write, we execute the commands like we have to delete the line, we have to delete the word, we have to save the file, we have to quit the file. All these commands are executed in the escape mode. So how do we go to escape modes? When we enter the file, we are default in the escape mode. But any point of time when we have to go into the escape mode, we just hit the escape key on your keyboard, right? And how do we go in insert mode? So what is insert mode? Insert mode is basically to write your program, right? So just by pressing I can go in insert mode. So I am pressing I in my keyboard. Then you can see this insert at the bottom left. So I'm in the insert mode. Now I can write my program. So I would first include some, standard libraries stdio.h for printf, and then I would just write the program, very basic program. So I hit the tab for indentation, printf. This is my first Vim experience. All right. So I would say new line, close the printf. Okay. So this is what. So I'm still in the insert mode. Okay. Whatever I have written so far, I have been in the insert mode. Now let's say I want to save this file. So how do I save file? I need to come in the escape mode. So I hit the escape key. So now I am in the escape mode. And how do I save this file? Shift and semicolon. So it would be colon, right? So shift colon and then I would write W. So W is for saving the file. So this is saying testprog.c. 7 lines and 83 characters are written in this file. So this file is saved. It is similar to Control S in Windows, right? And how do I come out of this program? So again in the escape mode, Shift WQ and enter. W is for saving and Q is for quit. So I am out of this program. Okay. Now this program is written. How do I compile this program? So the compiler for Linux is GCC. Okay. So GCC space and the file name testprog.c. So let's see GCC is installed or not. So it is saying GCC command not found. So that's good. We should face some issues, right? And then we should know how to find ways out of that issue. So it's very simple. It is saying sudo apt install GCC to install the program. So what is sudo apt install? This is the installer for your Linux machine, right? So हमें ये sudo apt install से हमें दोस्ती कर लेनी है because this will be used very frequently for installing anything in the Linux platform. So I would just say sudo. And what is sudo? This is for like installing as a root. So when I go sudo, it will ask password, root password. So I will enter that password and I will say yes here and it will install the GCC compiler. So just wait for a few seconds and it shall be done. All right. So this is saying it's done. So if I now type GCC, so this is not giving any error of, as like earlier it was giving GCC not found. What it is saying that no input file. Okay, this means that it need the .c file. So I would now enter the test prog.c. Okay, so this is compiled. So we did not see any error. That means it's compiled. If I want to see some output out of that compilation, then I would use the -v option. GCC -v and testprog.c. So it will give the verbose output. You see this output? So there is no error, means the program is successfully compiled. All right. Now, how do we execute this program, this compiled program? So what this will do if we do ls-lrt, so this is kind of displaying the files in my current directory, ls space minus lrt. Okay. So this has created a binary a dot out. Okay. So when we compile this, gcc testproc.c. This will create an executable binary. So now I need to run this program by invoking a.out. So how do I write? Dot slash and then the binary name a.out. So this will say this is my first Vim experience. Okay. So but let's say if we have more than one C file, then if we compile each file, then the binary would be overwritten because the default output file is a.out. So if we have two files and when we compile two files, the output will be overwritten. Let's say if we compile the second file, then the a.out would be of the second file. The a.out of first file would be gone away. So to avoid such situation, we can use -o option and then I can give the output, the executable file name. So let's say I give test pr, right? So if I do ls minus lrt, so now it has created test pr. Okay. So now I can, instead of a.out, I can invoke test pr. So it has given me a similar output. Okay. So this is one thing. Now let's go inside our .c file. Okay. Now couple of vim commands which we should know in the escape mode. Let's say I write this, my printf spelling is wrong and I want to correct it. So I am in the escape mode. So would go here after PR and I would press I. So I will come to the insert mode and then I would write whatever I want to write. Okay, so this is very simple. Now I want to, let's say, add something after the experience. Okay, so how do I traverse? Either we use the right arrow key, but this will be just one by one. So I can use W. So this is like control arrow in Windows. So this will skip word by word. W is for skipping word by word. So I come here and then whatever I have to write, I'll go in insert mode. Okay, I'll go in insert mode and then I write whatever I want to write, right? So that is another command. So how do we copy paste? Let's say I want to add another printf line. Okay, so I can just copy paste. So for copy, we used command yy. So yy is equivalent to control C in Windows. Okay, and being on the same line, I would use P to paste, right? So P is equivalent to control V. So this is the way I can copy and paste. If I want to delete the complete line, then in the escape mode itself, remember in the escape mode, not in the insert mode, I have to press DD. I have to press D twice. So this will delete the file. Okay. If let's say I want to delete one word, let's say if I want to delete first, then go to that word and use DW, D for delete and W for word. So this is deleted. Okay. If I want to undo, I would just say U. So U is equivalent to Control Z. Okay. This will undo whatever the last command we have executed. Okay. Let's say if I write this spelling wrong. So if I want to delete one single letter, then what do I type? X. X is used to delete one single letter. Then I go here, I would go then in insert mode and then I would type R. So this is done. Okay. So these are some very basic simple commands. It's not at all difficult to use Vim. It's just matter of writing few programs in the Vim editor, right? And then you would become, but the value is great. So if you mention this in CV, then your CV will stand out, right? So just try to make some sample programs using this Vim editor And if you are stuck anywhere, mention in the comment section, and or else you can drop me an email. I will mention the email also, and I would definitely help you in debugging and resolving this. But I would still, kind of reiterate that start programming, start writing your programs over the Linux platform because it has got a lot of industry relevance. All right, so this is it for now in this video. From next video, I will take you through the C lessons, and most likely I will not teach you complete C, but I will teach you whatever is important from the interview perspective, right? So I would assume that you know basic C, and what kind of questions are asked in interview. I will take you through that. So one of the topics from interview perspective is like storage classes, like, okay, so storage classes like static, auto, extern, this is very important from interview perspective. So probably our next video would be, in that area. So stay tuned with me, and please subscribe because these video sessions are logically linked to each other. Like in last video we installed Linux, in this video we are writing the code using the previous installation, and in next video we'll probably write some C programs, and I'll help you understand pointers and writing various programs in pointers, and what kind of interview questions are asked in pointers. I will guide you in that. I will also tell you where you should be putting your time and what all things you can ignore in C and other things. Okay. So for that, you need to, properly follow the video sessions. So see you in the next video session. Till then, keep coding. Best of luck. Goodbye.